Sarah, great to see you on film here. We're just going to go ahead and take a look at your video analysis and see how you're doing on your form as you put the focuses into practice. So I can see here that you're finding your nice proper posture, starting with a walk in place, and then you fall forward here from your center of mass. This is great. Love to see that. All right, so as you come and take your first step here, this is really nice. That foot is parallel to the ground. You have lots of knee bend, really nice. And again, your eyesight is heading in the right direction. Nice tiny steps here as you begin, and you can even see the relaxation in your rear leg. So that calf is nice and relaxed, toe pointing to the ground, nice and relaxed. So that's awesome. Here you can see again, you have a nice parallel foot coming into the ground close to your center of mass by the time you get onto your one-legged posture stance. Let's see if it goes right into place. So on your one-legged posture stance, you can see here, if we check your alignment, let's see if we can do an angle. So that's starting from the ground. If we go down here and make that a straight line, you definitely have a nice forward fall. So that looks really good, and you're moving from your center of mass, and this foot in the rear is nice and relaxed. That's what we're aiming for. The other thing that I'm noticing that you're doing well, I know you've been working on your arm swing. Whoops, that's a little bit crooked there, but you get the idea. You have a nice 90-degree arm position, and that's what we're looking for. Okay, so let's continue. So as you get moving, you can see here that you start to overstride. This foot is coming out a little more than I'd like to see. You can see here your center of mass is about here. Your center of mass is here, and yet your foot is falling ahead of that. So you could add a little bit more knee bend if you want to, or shorten that stride, straighten up through your crown. You can really elongate through your crown and fall forward from your dantian a little bit more. And the goal is to have a nice circular stride here, not so much in front of the body. So just keep that in mind. What I do notice though, and this is very common when you are in your one-legged posture stance, that foot is in the right position underneath your center of mass. So it's just a matter of making that cycle appropriate for the speed that you're in, the circular stride. So we want to make this match the angle at which you're falling forward instead of that foot coming ahead of it. All right, so we took a look at your side view, and we saw that you had a lot of good habits, and the things that you're going to work on are your overstriding and a little bit of upper body rotation. So let's just confirm if what we see is a little bit of upper body rotation in our front view. So as we take a look, I can confirm a few things right from here. Let's see, before your foot comes down, I can see a little bit of the bottom of your sneaker. So we want to make sure that we don't see the bottom of your sneaker. I want a little bit more knee bend so that I'm seeing only the laces of that foot coming towards me, the one that's about to be planted. All right, so that confirms the overstride here. The other thing I want to look for in the front view is if your knees are parallel. Yours appear to be pretty parallel here. So that means your pelvis is pretty stable, which is good. I know you've been working on that. And as you transition to the other side, I just want to confirm the same thing. So this one does have a little bit of a dip, and you can see what typically happens is when that pelvis dips a little bit here, this knee comes down, this side pops out a little bit. And that's just something you'll want to make sure that you're keeping track of and focusing on pelvic stability in both one-legged posture stances on both sides. Moving to your upper body, so I'm watching here your shoulders and definitely confirming there's a little bit of upper body rotation. I really want the arm swing to be exclusively coming from your shoulder socket instead of the shoulder rounding forward with your arm, okay? So that's another thing that I want you to focus on. But again, a lot of good habits. The arms stay nice and tidy around a 90-degree angle or a little bit less. Your hand position is nearly ideal. You're not crossing your center line of your body here. Whoops, that is not in the center. So there's your center line. You're not crossing that center line as you come through with your arm swing. All right, so still overstriding and upper body rotation. All right, so some of the other things that I'm noticing here is your arms are not symmetrical. This one hangs a little bit lower than this one, or this one is a little bit tighter than this one. What I do see, though, is a window over here. You can see just a little bit of air between your elbow and your body. We do want little windows, and you are wearing a sweatshirt, so I do take that into consideration. But this arm seems a little bit tight. You might want to relax that one a little bit more. If we look down at your feet, I want to check and see if you're landing with parallel feet. So they look like they're coming down pretty straight, that one. This one is definitely a little bit outside to inside, and I do know that you're recovering with an ankle injury, so I do want you to pay special attention to that. It's really good that you're getting your eyes on this now before you develop any bad habits. So just noticing that when you take off, you're cycling through, and as you come forward, you're overstriding just a little bit, and then if you watch closely, that foot comes from the outside to the inside, and then you get onto your one-legged posture stance. So keep that in mind. So your top three things are going to be 1, short stride, short wheel, I'll say. 2, arm swing. You're going to stabilize and you're going to relax the left arm. And then your 3 is tripod on your left foot. They want to connect. All right, so there is your homework, and we'll see you soon.